Hey, Railbirds, here we are at the 2022 Premier Billiards U.S. National Artistic Pool Championships presented by McDermott Cues. This is the moment we've been waiting for. It is the finals. We're coming at you from the Clubhouse Bar and Billiards here in beautiful Lynchburg, Virginia. This is brought to you by PremierBilliards.com and presented by McDermott Cues. Thank you for your support. Also sponsored by Aramith Billiard Balls, Napa of Madison County, and Balanced Billiards. Thank you for your support. So here we are in the finals. We have Tim the Dragon Chin versus Jason the Michigan Kid Lynch. And our hosts for this match will be Brian Superman, Pauly, and Mark White. Thank you guys.
Who's going to talk first then? All right, I will. Hello, Brian. Mark White here. Really looking forward to this final. I think the two informed players have reached the final. Best two over the last 3 days. What do you think, Brian? How do you see this one going?
This one's going to be tough because these guys squared off at the 2019 Colorado Artistic Pool Open, as you see on Tim's bio, and Tim got Jason in the finals of that event. So this is a rematch. These guys are both veterans. I really don't know how to pick this one. This one's going to be up in the air.
Yeah, I've really got used to seeing some of these shots now, and I love this one as well. This is the one where he banks that ball across after the making the other two, right?
Yep. It's called the tricky cluster.
And it's gone wide. Yeah, was just a little bit tricky there for the Dragon. There you see it on your screens.
Yep. So just the adjustment is he's going to have to adjust where he's got that combo aimed because it came up a little long. But the other two balls went. So now it's just make the adjustment on that one ball and then hit the same.
Yeah, as you say, just has to adjust the angle of the bank shot. Maybe aim it a little further down the rail because he missed it quite wide, didn't he?
Yeah, by about a half a diamond, I think. So he'll just make an adjustment and see if he makes the right adjustment.
You see Jamie in the background, proudly wearing his Railbirds TV t-shirt. Good to see him still practicing. He loves it, doesn't he, Jamie? Here we go then, attempt number 2. This looks closer. It's closer, but it's not close enough. So just a little bit more adjustment on that bank shot. Again, Brian made the other two balls, and it's that bank that he missed again.
Yep, the adjustment he made got closer. So now just what you did for the adjustment, just go a little bit more, and it should be in the pocket.
And that's why they get 3 chances. Just a little question about that, Brian, while Tim's setting these up. What is the percentage? How many times out of 10 would you expect to make this shot? Would you expect to make it 3 times out of 10 or 4 times or twice or what?
Me personally or Tim?
Either.
Tim shoots this shot a lot. So, I mean, if he's got it dialed in and if he shoots it 10 times, I'd expect him to hit it, anywhere between 5 and 6 times easily out of 10. Me,
wow.
On a 7-footer, maybe about the same, but I still haven't got it dialed in too much on a 9-footer yet.
Now, this is closer. This is perfect.
Does it go in?
He's gone a little bit too far the other way. Oh, he went just a touch too far the other way. Wow, that's really unlucky.
Wow. And you know what? This happened to Tim in the last match. Wow.
Yes, got very close, didn't he, to a few of the shots. came through it in the end though, and this was really close. I think maybe with just a little bit more pace, it might have just gone. As soon
And
as it
that's
hit that rail, didn't really have any more momentum, did it?
right. And that's the thing about the adjustments. You know, he made the adjustment the first time to get it closer to the pocket, but then he over adjusted and it went a little short. So that's how it's tough to do the adjustments. It's like, do I do too much? Do I do too little?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that. Do you go too much on the second one and then the third one in between the two?
Sometimes that's how you have to do it. All right, Jason's attempt. See how he deals with this shot.
Well, he's gone too far the other way, didn't get one of the balls. So he's got a lot of adjustment to do. Where do you start with that one?
Got to make sure you at least get the cut on the one ball because you're actually hitting the rail first, right before the one ball. It's kind of like if you were to cut a ball in with inside English.
Yeah. So you're actually going rail first on this one.
Yep, either right there or right when they connect. So it's a thin hit.
Yeah. Well, he's still a long way off with this one, and seems to be playing it rather quickly as well. Maybe just a few nerves. The final doesn't matter how many times you've played this game, how many times you've been on TV. It still gets to you, doesn't it, in the early stages? And I think having some nerves is good. Just helps you to concentrate. So just maybe take a little bit more time on this one.
In a shot like this, so he made the one but missed the 2-9. So now you got to make an adjustment to make the 2 and an adjustment to make the 9, and hopefully that adjustment doesn't throw off the 1. All right, last attempt.
If he can make this, is looking good for the bank anyway. The bank is looking good. Well, it's not. So he's missed it more or less the same way 3 times there. So it's a nervy start, Brian, for both of these players in the final.
All right, so Jason's going to lead out in special arts. He's picking an 8-point shot. Let's see which one this one is. Okay, this is the shot you've seen before, and I think you like this shot.
Oh yes, this is over the bridge. Make the one in the corner, jump over the bridge, draw back to make the ball in the corner. The over under. There you see Superman's nemesis. That bridge head reminds me of Batman.
Maybe that's the reason why I didn't make that shot earlier.
Yes, I actually mentioned it in commentary when you didn't.
All right, Jason's first try, 8 points.
Oh, first time. Brilliant shot. And that was his choice, and he takes the lead. First blood in the final to the Michigan kid. Well, that was played to perfection, wasn't it, Brian?
How it's supposed to look. What's really cool is when that cue ball is spitting, it bounces on the table, stops for a second, and then fires back.
Yeah, it goes again. Lovely, isn't it?
I've seen people, I think Abram did this once. He went up to about the third diamond line. He overstroked it. It went down to the third diamond line, but still pulled back.
You got a question here from Greg asking you. We'll get back to that in a second. Just watch this reply. Well, blow for blow. First time again. You've got a question here from Gregory for you, Brian. How do you deal with the nervous energy and pressure of playing in a final? do you ever get used to it? Do you have certain things that you go through? Do you have certain routines to prepare for a final, or is it just another game?
I don't know. It's kind of a little bit of both. It's good to have that nervousness. It kind of keeps you focused, but you just got to try to keep thinking about nothing else but just the shot. It's like almost thinking like you're back in the practice room. It's like, all right, I'm looking at my book. Here's my notes. I'm just going to take my time and make sure I have things set up before I shoot the shot.
Yeah, good advice there.
All right, here's
The
another.
great Steve. Go on, sorry.
That's right. Here's another shot we've seen before. Spin transfer shot,
yes.
A nice draw shot.
Yeah, make the 7 ball through the 4. And first time as well. Well, it's high quality now. Both the guys getting into stroke. This is going to be a very, very interesting final. I remember the great Steve Davis once told me when I was having a chat with him, just asking him about practice and stuff in general. And he said, I always practice as if I'm playing a match, so that when I come to play a match, it's just like I'm practicing.
Good advice.
Nice piece of advice, yeah. Well,
Jason caught that a little thick.
Yeah, so whatever happens from here, Tim will lead after the first 3 shots. Oh, he's missed it again.
This is a good pick from Tim, actually, because this is more of a technique shot, and Jason is a big stroke guy. So if you overstroke this too much, it doesn't really go very easily. So this is a good pick by Tim. So see if Jason can make the adjustment and get this on his 3rd try.
Now I saw him playing that with. He played that with a lot of draw. Is that the right way to play it? I thought
That's the
Tim
only way
played
to
it a
play
little
it.
higher up on the cube. Oh, it's the only way. Okay, right. Okay. I'm learning slowly.
That's okay. That's okay. So now Jason leads in follow. See what shot he comes up with here. Yeah,
During the break. Carry on, Brian.
That's right. No, the difference of these guys' styles, I would say, if you compare this to a pool player, would be like Shane Van Boning's break and Corey Deuel's break. They're both doing the same thing, but one's got a little more power, one's got a little more finesse.
Ah, nice. Nice analogy. Yeah, I was going to say, during the break, what do you do when there's no artistic pool to watch? You go and watch the ladies play. The Soaring Eagle. I just watched Margaret Fefilova. She's back in action, playing Janet Atwell, actually.
No,
Great
Janet.
player.
Jason and I did an exhibition at the Black Widow Open down there at Borderline Billiards at her room. Nice place. Nice lady. All right, it's a nice follow shot, the pool shot.
Yeah, I love this shot. Wow. Jumped up there, Brian.
Yep.
I know this is it's a stroke shot, isn't it? But there's a bit of technique involved as well. You need to stay still.
Absolutely. Like I said, this is a pool shot. This is just cut the one in, force follow 3 rails for position.
He just seems to be snatching a little bit. I know he's known for his stroke, but it's escaping him at the moment. Just a little bit quick. We call it putting in a quick one. Just not timing it through the cue ball at the moment.
Third and final attempt. See if he made an adjustment here and can make this shot.
Yeah, too thick on the first one, too thin on the second. Hopefully, down the middle. No, same as the second shot again. So, once again, no points.
So Tim has a golden opportunity here to really get ahead of Jason in a sense, breaking serve on Jason's pick, and then he would have his pick and bank kick behind. And I said before, you know, sometimes you can set up a shot a little differently. This shot, there is no different way to set it up. The object ball is 2 balls off. The cue ball is 1 ball off. That's exactly where they have to be.
You've just answered my next question.
All right, Tim's first try.
Well, once again, hit it very thick, just like the first shot we saw Jason play. And this is one of those shots, Brian, isn't it, where you really need to stay with that cue ball. Get your cue all the way through it. Hold on to it as long as you can.
Absolutely. You got to really focus on making the ball instead of just trying to power forward the follow shot.
Absolutely. Choose where you're going to strike the cue ball and then go for the 4 ball with the tip of your cue and stay down. That's better stroke, but just not judging. Is it the deflection that they're not judging correctly because they're using a lot of right hand English, so they're over or undercompensating for the push out of the cue ball?
That would be my guess. I think they're just missing the aim point on the 4 ball where they need to be. They're getting the stroke to come around. They're just missing the aim point.
Yeah.
Last try for Tim.
A lot thinner. This one, look. Yeah, both players struggled with that. So he had a chance to go further ahead there, the Dragon, but he didn't. What's next?
Tim leads out in bank kick now, so he can still hopefully pick a good shot to keep building his lead, but he just missed up on a golden opportunity. So we'll see what happens here. What is he picking? 4C. A familiar shot.
Mark knows this shot.
Oh, I know this one. I think this is the first one I'm going to try when I get back on the table.
You can try it on the snooker table?
Actually, I could. They've got 3 snooker tables in the pool hall that's very close to me. 3 snooker tables, a carom table, a Chinese 8-ball table, and 16 9-footers, including 1 diamond and a rasson. So there's everything, something for everyone.
You're spoiled for choice there.
I certainly am.
I'm moving in.
Yeah, it really is a Q Sports fan's dream place.
Absolutely.
So here we see just 1 cue being used. Look, we saw the problem earlier with the bouncing cue ball. Let's see how we get on here then. First try, Tim the Dragon Chin. Well, he hit way up that butt, and it did actually move that cue, so he lost a bit of pace on that. I wonder if we'll see him take another cue. Don't think so.
Well, he's been making it with 1 cue. I think the issue with that is that he hit the cue and the rail almost at the same time, so it slowed the cue ball down a lot more than what it would have. If he would have hit the end rail first before the butt of the cue, I think he would have made it.
Yeah, too far down the butt, you mean?
Yeah, he hit more of the butt and the rail at the same time. So if he would have hit just the rail first, I think he would have been better.
Yeah. He's done the same again. But it's better. He's made it. Is he going to get the full clearance? Look, bonus point for the cue ball. Go on. Well played.
8 points for Tim.
Yeah, increasing his lead. But of course, as we watch the replay, he hit pretty well down that shaft again, though, didn't he, Brian?
Yeah, he did.
Almost
This
did
time,
the same again.
yeah, this time it hit the rail first, then hitting the rail and above the cue at the same time. I think it's what he did on his first attempt, and that's what slowed the cue ball down. But this time it fully hit the bottom rail before it got onto the cue stick.
Yeah, so it got the bounce and the roll onto the cue.
And so here's Jason's attempt at this.
You know, Jason's got his stepson in the chat cheering him on. Come on, Dad, you've got this, he says. And I think he has got it. I think he has got it. First time.
9 points.
So he's made up a little bit of ground. Trails by 6.
Ball traveling all around the table.
That was textbook, wasn't it? That absolutely perfect. Beautiful.
It's now Jason's in stroke. Here's a real fun shot. So this is a shooting the object ball in the corner pocket. The cue ball does kind of like a fouette stroke, like that whip stroke. Comes around that object ball, 3 rails, makes the ball in the corner pocket.
Yeah, love this shot. Avoid the Noid.
To answer Gregory's question about that last shot, you can use 1 cue or 2. It's up to the player's choice if they want to use 1 or 2.
I have a question about this shot. Is the space between the 1 ball and the cue ball, is that set in stone, or is that player's option?
I believe it is no more than a chalk cube.
Yeah, it seemed a bit more than that, to be honest. I thought it was 2 inches away. Maybe my eyes. Oh, there he is with the chalk.
Yep.
Right on cue. Right on cube.
Now the object ball is in hand in that 2x1 diamond intersection, but you still have to cut the 1 ball to the other side of the object ball, and the cue ball has to go on the other side. So you can't go on the same side.
He's just never got enough English on the last one. I think he has here, though. This looks good.
Oh, wow.
Well, he's moved the 9 slightly closer to the pocket. Wow. If the 9 ball was slightly further out, he might have made that, you know.
And I think that's what he just did for his adjustment, because when the ball is in the pocket, we have a ball's width out that we can put the ball.
Third
and final try.
Attempt. We gave him that in stereo.
Great minds think
Always
alike.
miscued. Lifted. You see that the way he lifted his head up.
Yep, he was wanting to fire at that.
Yeah. So no points then.
And Tim is once again having an opportunity here to break serve on Jason's shot and to get further ahead. Kind of like when you're in an alternate break format like Mosconi Cup, when you break dry, and your opponent comes in and runs out, and now they have the break.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of alternate break. I'm not a fan of winner breaks at all, to be honest. I think the argument about, it gives the person the chance to come back if they're a long way down, that very rarely happens. So I don't think that's an argument. Here we go.
I'm a fan of winter break because I like to see people run multiple racks in a row.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, first
Nails it.
time. Brilliant. Yeah, there's that to it as well, of course. Brilliant shot. So he's pulling further away, look.
He hit this great. Look at this replay.
Look at that. Spinning cue ball. Lots of left-hand spin. And he knew as soon as it hit that rail, it was on its way. Absolute perfection. He's hit another gear, hasn't he, Brian, here?
Absolutely. And he's ahead, so he's got to keep making points.
Yeah, and he loves this six-pack, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
You even knew the name of the shot before I put the graphic on screen.
Yes, I'm
learning.
learning.
You're a regular pro at this now.
Well, you know, if you like something, if you've got a passion for something, then you're going to learn a lot quicker than if you're not interested. Here we go. Oh, brilliant. The man is on fire. The dragon is breathing fire. Fabulous. And Gregory says, great camera work. And it is great camera work. Thanks, Shari. I think this one in the corner of the triangle is very difficult, Brian. That one. I think that's the most difficult, isn't it?
Having it more back towards the rail, like where Jason's having it.
No, sorry, I meant the last ball he played, the one that was right in the corner, right by the point of the triangle. Very difficult because you're jumping so close to the actual rack, aren't you? Like where he's got the 4 ball now, I think it is.
Yep.
Look.
And also, if
Or
that's
the
the last
6.
ball, it's the most nerve-wracking one.
Yeah, yes. Is there a specific order you have to play these in?
Well, obviously the first one and then the next 2, but then as far as the back 3, I don't think there's any specific order that you have to. Most people just go from left to right or right to left, whichever you're fancy.
Wow.
Yeah, with this shot, it's 6. It's in a sense, it's 6 shots instead of just 1.
Yeah, this is a tough one. One-handed as well, of course. You need a steady hand, a good eye. Yeah, and the difficult part is you're moving back, you're moving side to side as well. It's not like you're staying in one place to play them.
All right. Jason needs to kind of compose himself for this last attempt. Third try, 8 points.
And that was his problem. It wasn't the jumping, it was just the aiming. So slipped further back there, look, 23 points the difference now. Gregory, you're asking the wrong person, so I'll ask Brian. Gregory's asking Brian, how do you stroke a ball one-handed? What's the secret to stroking one-handed?
Steadiness of the cue, so it's not moving around, so you don't hit the off aim, and then loose wrist to get the snap. And Jason's going to his bread and butter, the jump masse. He leads out in discipline 8, which is masse. So he's going to go to his bread and butter shot.
Yeah, was this the one earlier where he caught the point with one of his shots and it didn't count, had to make it again?
That was
was it
Abram.
somebody else?
Abram hit this shot on Jason and they hit the
Abram.
point.
That's it.
Yeah, it has to come back all
So
on
here
its
we go.
own.
I thought he was going to kick me in the face then.
Here we go.
So must go past the second diamond. Spin back. Oh, he's caught the triangle.
Second try.
Caught the triangle again. Well, he's just a little bit out of sorts at the moment. Needs to compose himself. This could slip away from him. And he's doing just that.
Yep, that's what you need to do. Here we go. Third try. Come on, buddy.
He's going to do it without the triangle. That's it. It's easier. It's easier without the
59
triangle.
straight in. Way easier.
I want that shot. All right, here we go. Third try.
Looks like your rack he's got there, is it?
It is.
It's Superman's rack. Oh, well.
Wow.
So another chance for Tim to move further ahead. Just giving the balls a clean. That was the closest he'd come. Just never got the backspin, did he?
Surprising. I don't think I've seen Jason miss the jump masse in a competition.
Really?
So now here's Tim's attempt. And again, if he can break serve here and get ahead, be a good thing for him. And Tim using the European style.
Confident. Oh, nearly. Went for the dainty little one. I was just going to say, the more Jason keeps missing, the more Tim's going to grow with confidence. And not only that, his lead's growing as well. Oh, he certainly went 2 diamonds. Where's the ball gone?
At this point, he might have not had enough elevation to get the snap to come back, so he might go a little more vertical on his angle on the shot. Third try. Here we go.
I was taught the angle in is the angle out.
Go. It looks like he's going just a little more vertical.
Yes, you're right. You called it. Just pop it over the point. Well, so both players. I bet you don't see that too often, Brian. Both players missing that 3 times.
These 2 players, not normally. So we are through the first half of the match. We're through the discipline round. Now it is the wild card. So now they have 4 shots apiece where they can pick anywhere, as long as they don't duplicate, the same category. So you can't go like 2 masse shots.
So this could be where it's won and lost. Well, it is going to be where it's won and lost, of course. But this is where they're choosing their shots. Now, I'm not sure. It looked like the one with the 4 balls. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, he's jumping it. Here we go. We're seeing this. He's really pushing it.
Yep, he made this earlier today.
Yeah, this is an aggressive choice. He's turning the screw. And he's made it, has he? Oh, unlucky. Double kissed, I think. That wasn't far off, was it?
Not very far. So he'll make an adjustment and try to get it to go this time.
So where does he actually need to hit the front ball?
Dead
Full?
center.
Dead center.
Yep. Second attempt. Here we go.
I caught it on the side, as you saw there, so too thin.
Yeah, so if you put a ball in the spot, freeze a ball behind it, and aim it into the pocket like that, and you hit it dead center, it goes every time. That's your homework, Mark.
I'm going to be trying all of these shots, believe me. And I'm going to be listening to your advice while I do it as well. Yes, yes, yes. Brilliant.
8 points for Tim.
What a fabulous shot that was. Absolutely dead on. Bang on the money. Couldn't have hit that better, Brian.
He's hitting that really good, and that's why he picked it.
Look at that, the way it was bouncing just before it got to the rail. Absolute textbook. I'm going to be converting a lot of friends to watch more of this stuff, I can assure you. It beats just watching players run racks all the time. It's a nice little interlude. And that's why I think it should be included at all tournaments. You see, he got some... His aim was either wrong or got a little bit of English on the cue ball.
Make an adjustment here, either with spin or with angle.
Exactly the same as the first shot, so no adjustment. If there was, it was very, very minuscule. And now the danger is, with only one shot remaining, of overcompensating now. Exactly the same, 3 times over.
So no points for Jason on Tim's first wild card pick. So now Jason has a wild card pick, and I think I know what this is. Yep.
Oh, I like this one. 3 ball in the side, jump over the...
I'm waiting to see if Mark knows it before I put the graphic up.
Jump over the bridge and make the ball over the corner. This is the one with the 3 balls with the triangle. Is that correct?
You got it.
There you go.
Mark is becoming an expert.
Well, do you know what? I was worried that I might be getting the first early signs of dementia, but that's proof that I'm not.
Mark, I am very proud of you for within, just a couple days, and now you're starting to get everything. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Thank you so much. Well, plenty of help from you guys as well, of course. But I'm really just enjoying it so much. It's a real pleasure to be here with, in between when I was watching the other pool and I was listening to the commentators, and I was actually said to myself, up to walk to the refrigerator to get a can of Coke, and I actually said to myself, oh my God, I've just been commentating with a world champion. There you go. You,
Jason's
Mr.
first
Brian
attempt.
Pauly. Here we go. Oh, close. I think he made it on his first attempt earlier, and that was mighty close.
Wow, that was close.
Oh, just not quite enough spin. And if anything, there was the wrong English on that because it was spinning the opposite way. It actually checked off of that short rail. The other spin might have just thrown it a little bit wider. So third attempt.
Actually, this is his second attempt.
Oh, sorry.
See, we sing your praises and then this. No, I'm kidding.
That's what you call commentator's curse by you.
All right, here we go, Jason.
Wow.
This shot's so tough because you got to get the angle right, then you got to get the speed right, then you got to get the spin right. There's so many variables on this shot. All right,
Well, that's
here we
a
go.
lovely story.
We overstroked
The
that.
triangle. Yeah, that was a beautiful stroke. There's a lovely little story, Brian, that I'd love you to read out in the chat from Steve Lillis. It's a really nice story about one of the players here now.
Well, I can read it, or actually Kevin can put both comments up there. Here's the first part.
I like stories like this. A lovely story. Always great to inspire people. First attempt. With that loose wrist.
I think some of it's getting cut off.
Well, I'll give you the cliff notes. Steve Lillis, who's the president and founder of GTS, Gospel Trick Shot Ministries, did a trick shot show at MIT, and that's where Tim was going to school at. And they kind of got together after the show, and Steve taught Tim a lot of the shots from the artistic pool in 2004, their particular program at the time. And the rest is history, Steve just said. Tim's second try.
Just not getting the necessary draw. I was just watching his backhand there. Very interesting to see the way so loose the grip.
Yeah, with a shot like this, you really have to have a loose wrist. I think he's got the draw down. His angle's off because it's coming out too far before it breaks. So if he just changes his angle a little bit, it'll bite quicker and then have enough draw to get to the 9. All right, last try. Here we go. Minute adjustment.
Yeah, I wonder how important that little adjustment just is that he made. He's got it. He's got it.
Nice shot.
Well, that was perfect, wasn't it, Brian? Didn't touch a rail or anything.
That's what that shot's supposed to look like.
Yeah. That was beautiful. Here we go. We're going to see it again. Look at that. The cue ball fighting to grip the cloth. It does. And then absolutely perfectly nudges in the 9. And it's his choice for the next shot. Where are we going now?
All right, this is a nice follow shot to where you carom the cue ball off the first object ball, knock the ball in the pocket, and then it still has spin and spins forward up. The first ball, the 13 ball, does not need to be made. It's Tim's second wild card pick.
Oh, he's missed it. Miscued, did he?
Miscued.
Wow. I always say the difference between a pro and an amateur is a professional chalks his cue before he miscues.
It's a good one. I've not heard that one before.
And he gets it, second attempt. Will he make that ball as well? Oh, come on, that's worth more points, surely.
I wish it was.
Beautiful. He really has taken this final by the scruff of the neck, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he's doing what he should be doing right now. Just low point shots, high make rate. Don't let Jason, be able to come back. And now Jason's going to have to come with just 10-point shots that are hard that he doesn't think Tim can make. So Tim's really sitting in the driver's seat right now.
We still might get to see the circular draw.
Jason's pick is after this. I have a funny feeling that's coming.
You think so?
I guess we'll find out.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. We could have, nearly, just a little bit snatchy.
And this is a shot, you don't have to pound this, as you saw with Tim. This is just a finesse shot, just enough angle to come over to that ball, and then enough follow spin to come up. See if you made an adjustment and can make this. There we go.
Yes, perfect.
Second attempt.
Very casual. Nicely done, Jason.
All right, so now we're coming up to Jason's second wild card pick. Look at this. This is nice. Cue ball takes off.
Textbook. Lovely, isn't it? Sort of stops and then goes again. And what a great invention the measles white was. Fabulous.
It's coming,
TV.
Mark.
It's coming?
Yep, he just said it. We're getting ready to put the diagram up, but that's what he said.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the hardest shot in artistic pool, or one of them. It's going to be the circular draw shot. And I don't think we've seen it work so far in the last 3 days.
Tim almost hit it against me. When he played me last night, he hit it and he actually made the ball. It came back and it just hit the combo and didn't go in.
Oh, we're going to see it now.
If there's anybody that shoots this out in our competition now, he's probably one of the best person to hit it. So here we go.
Let's hope we see it. I mean, he's at the stage now, nothing to lose. Just go for it. Let that cue go, Jason. Here we go. Oh, he's made that, but he didn't make that. Missed the one ball. Very close. Not bad for a first attempt. So 9 points now then. Pretty good effort, Brian, for the first one.
Absolutely. Just to get the ball around the two ball. That's the tough part. Second try. Here we go.
Oh, I might wake the neighbours up if this goes in, I tell you.
I think it would be worth it.
That was so close.
It really was.
All right, here we go. Last try. Come on, Jason. Fire this thing, and Mark wants to see it made.
I think everyone who's watching and everyone in that room now wants to see this go for Jason. Maybe even Tim wants it to go for him. Get in there. He's got it. He's cut it. Fabulous shot. Wow. Couldn't be happier for the guy. Well done.
Wow, he smoked that.
How well did he hit that? Beautiful. I mean, he came pretty close the two shots previous. Well, we might even get to see it again from Tim here. Look at that. Cue ball hits that rail, arcs round, and just Absolute perfection. And it's not just they haven't just been making the shots, Brian. They've been actually making them perfectly as well, without touching rails. Beautifully played.
So here's the thing. If Tim hits this on this first try, the match is over because he'd be up by 41 points with 4 shots to go.
Wow.
What a way to end a tournament, right?
Wow. Just seemed to quit on that a little bit.
I got to say, I got a good feeling about this, about him making this shot.
Yeah, I honestly thought he was going to go close. Seems to have such a great...
We're working on it, Stacy.
All right, here we go. Second try.
Yeah, there's the famous jump up. Done what you said, Brian.
Miss Medrick, just make a comment.
All right, here we go. Last try for Tim. So even if he makes this, he's not mathematically won yet. But it'd be awesome for him to make this.
Oh, close. Well, I want it to go on forever.
All right, so Tim is
a big comeback.
It'd be nice. Tim is going to his, I believe it's his third wild card pick. So he's up 31 with 4 shots to go.
Well, I must just say, I've thoroughly enjoyed these 3 days. Just the skill of you guys, it just amazes me. I mean, I play regular pool and I know how difficult that is. Oh, here comes the one-handed jump. Now this is the low percentage, or the high percentage, low point, I should say. But they're still jumping one-handed.
Yep. And
over a stack of balls.
And if he makes this on the first try, and that's
like
the match.
Has,
that's the match, because even if Jason makes this, he's up 31 with 3 shots to go. There's no way Jason can catch him. They're just conferring with the score now.
Oh, what a shame. I wanted to see a little bit more. I'm going to have to
go and watch. Well, Mark, I want to say this. It was an honor and a pleasure to have you. It was an honor, a pleasure to commentate with you, and I hope to see you sometime, especially down in the Wilmington event.
Absolutely. Likewise. Thank you so much for having me, Brian. Brilliant performance on and off the table by you. Superman is the right word for you. Fabulous.
I will make an announcement to the room. Again, thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed this.
All right, we will have an awards presentation within the next 10 minutes or so. So we'll have that coming up soon. But thank you guys for watching. And on behalf of everybody here at the Clubhouse and for Brian Pauly and everyone at the Artistic Pool Division, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next time. And Mark White, thank you so much for sitting in with us these last 3 days. We love having you. Hope to have you next time, too.
Thank you very much. Thanks, people, for watching. See you soon.
See ya.
PremierBilliards.com. Exceptional cues, cases, and accessories from premium brands like Q-Tech, Predator, Mucci, and McDermott. Also featuring JB cases, championship felt, and even more. All your billiard supplies, one simple solution. Want it? We've got it. Need it? Get it shipped fast. Find it at premierbilliards.com.